sports, not baseball related, because the end of the show is going to be mostly baseball.
Happenings in sports, obviously big movement in the NFL draft world this last week.
So what happened was Miami traded their third overall pick to San Francisco for a next year and the year after.
So two future first rounders, and they swapped picks, obviously, and then a third rounder this year, it sounded like.
So Miami got San Francisco's number 12, traded up to number 6
with Philadelphia.
Yep.
So probably sent them another draft pick.
So Miami went from the third overall pick, which was from Houston. They still have a first round pick.
I think that one's like at 18 or something.
So they have 12 and like 18 or whatever now. But they went from 3 and 18 to 12 and 18 or whatever it is, 18, 19, something like that. And Philadelphia traded down for some reason. What's up with that?
Well, I think it's clear why San Francisco did what they did and why Miami went back up to do what they did. With Philadelphia, I'm not quite sure what they're doing.
I really think Philadelphia is just realizing that maybe it's a break and rebuild phase.
What other draft picks did Philadelphia get anything else from Miami? Or
future draft picks, not this year.
Okay.
I think they got a 6th this year.
They might be stockpiling picks.
Yeah, I think they.
Well, right now the Minnesota Vikings have the most out of any NFL team for this year, which is 11 picks.
Yeah, without a second rounder. So I'm sure
still,
they're going to drop
I mean,
Spielman's definitely going to trade up, use some of those picks to get into the second round. I would assume.
You would hope you give up 2 third-round picks to get up to the second, or a third and a fourth to get up to a second.
No, I'd probably take. Yeah, maybe a third and fourth.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
I don't know what Philly's doing. I mean, San Francisco's taking a quarterback.
Well,
you don't trade up to the third overall pick for an offensive lineman or a wide receiver.
The thing they said, though, was Jimmy G is our guy.
He is. But guess what? When they traded for Jimmy G, he sat for a month before he played.
Yeah, they're going to draft someone.
They're going to draft somebody to sit behind him. Same thing that Kansas City did with Pat Mahomes.
And Green Bay did with Jordan Love.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're kind of
again. This is just what they're doing, because if Jimmy G's healthy, he gives the Niners the best chance to win right now. But they're going to draft a quarterback for the future. So
basically, what you're saying is the 49ers are going
to draft either Trey Lance or Justin Fields, whichever one they prefer. If Zach Wilson for some reason falls past the Jets.
So what you're saying is the 49ers are going to give up a different position that they need to draft in for a quarterback in the future.
Yes.
Okay.
Because here's
just
the thing.
Like the Packers did last year.
Here's the thing with the 49ers. They just made Trent Williams, Eric, tell me if I'm wrong on this, they just made him the richest offensive lineman ever.
Yeah, pretty sure.
George Kittle's contract is coming up. They got to pay him. They're going to have to pay Bosa.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pay Armstead.
Yep.
There's however many other guys they're going to have to pay on that defense.
Their window of having
they need a
need
a cheap quarterback
early in the first round. Yeah, it's been 4 years.
But still, early in the first round quarterback is not cheap. I mean,
compared. You want to compare it to what Pat Mahomes was making here compared to what he's paying now?
Compared to what Pat Mahomes is making now, compared to what Tom Brady's making now, compared to what Aaron Rodgers.
But again, these rookie deals, they're not cheap. No. I mean, well, no. Here's the thing: they're cheap, but they're.
Yeah, of course they're.
Yeah, you draft a guy third overall, and how many millions are you paying him
per year? He's only getting $6 million a year
to sit behind Jimmy G
for the first year, and then he's going to be the starter the next year.
Yeah, the Saints pay Taysom Hill $21 million a year.
That was stupid. That was stupid.
And now Jameis Winston is going to be the quarterback or something. I don't know.
The Saints are no longer the Saints of the
the Niners the Niners are not going to say we're completely done with Jimmy G because he's on his team. What if they can't trade Jimmy G?
Or what if something happens?
This is what happened. This is what I was talking about the Chicago Bears last week, is that they completely fucked up by letting it come out here that's saying oh, yeah, we're in on Russell Wilson. We're in on Deshaun Watson. Guess what? You didn't get either of them, and now you look like idiots.
Now they have 3 backup quarterbacks fighting for the the starter position.
Just saying, this is no
Didn't
different.
Trubisky go to a different team?
Yeah, like the
Jets
Buffalo
did.
Bills. I think he's backing
Bills?
up Josh Allen now.
Oh yeah.
But
well, now you got Andy Dalton,
It's
the
just-
Red Rocket,
right.
versus Nick Foles.
But again, with all this
Like,
talk to like the Jets and Zach Wilson coming out of BYU here, and they're still saying, well, we still like Sam Darnold. We still think Sam Darnold's our guy. Well, of course they're going to say that. What if something happens?
Tell you one thing though.
Like they're never going to ever talk trash about a guy who's still technically on the team.
So let me ask you guys these two things. Or this thing. You two, these two things. This thing. Sorry. God damn. So, immediately after the 49ers made that trade to get to the 3rd overall pick, teams started calling the 49ers for Jimmy G. And the Niners said, we're not trading Jimmy G. Is that to drive up his price? Is that to...
Both.
Is that
It's everything that you think it is.
Is that him being the starter? Is that him competing with whoever they draft? Like,
Well, if Jimmy G is still on the team by training camp, Jimmy G is going to be the starter.
Yep.
Because again, Kyle Shanahan, their coach, runs a fairly complex offense. Again, he didn't want Jimmy G to run it right away after the trade happened with New England.
he wanted Kirk Cousins.
He still wants Kirk Cousins, or at least that's what the news is saying.
Well, again, take it for what that is.
At least that's what one ESPN local radio station keeps saying, is that they're going to trade Jimmy G in their third. No, they traded up for the 3rd overall pick to trade that for Kirk Cousins, is what they were saying. Exactly. That was...
I mean, if I'm the Vikings, fucking take it.
Well,
Yeah.
duh.
Justin Fields or
Yeah, and then go take Trey Lance here and let him sit
Trey
behind
Lance.
somebody here, and then he's your potential quarterback of the future.
If
The first time the Vikings ever had, a franchise quarterback.
If somebody's
Since when? Dante Culpepper?
if somebody's offering
Brett
you
Favre.
if somebody's offering you a top 5 draft pick for Kirk Cousins and you don't take it,
No,
you have to have multiple holes in your head. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And I don't believe John Lynch, the San Francisco GM, has multiple holes in his head. He's done a pretty good job there.
Unless they're looking at like the 3rd overall pick for number 14 and Cousins, that would make more sense in a.
No, I think
But
I think
still,
the Niners
again, with how important finding future, face of the franchise quarterbacks are.
Yeah, but you know how many times the top 3 picks at a
Oh no, I
quarterback
get.
position
I
bust?
totally get that. But again, if you really feel that, if the 49ers are convinced, say Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, Justin Fields, somebody is that, well
Yeah,
then
you take 'em.
they wouldn't have traded up.
So I want to know, with the Phillies trading down, or Phillies.
Well, in the
Eagles
from the Dolphins' perspective, though, for Miami's, just to cut you off here really quick, they're trading down and then trading back up. There's a receiver or someone that they want.
the guy from LSU.
It's either
or
the guy
Alabama.
it's either the guy from LSU, Chase, but also that guy from Florida, the tight end, Pitts. Don't count him out.
How about the guy from Alabama that nobody was ever covering?
The Waddle or Smith?
It was Smith, Devontae Smith.
Yeah, the Heisman Trophy winner.
Yeah, Devontae Smith.
He seems to be falling. I think there's a lot of question about his size because that feels like that was a talking point on his pro day.
Tell fucking Julian Edelman about his size
And
what
where
he has to say about
where is
that.
he since Tom Brady left?
Oh, there's that. So he was on the Ellen
Cam
show.
Newton throwing to him, so.
No, but
Yeah, go have fun, Julian Edelman, going over to Barstool Sports where your next
he's
career
got
is.
Super Bowl rings. He's got them on his finger.
He's got him on Tom Brady's dick, is where it is. So.
Well, I would gladly suck it off. Did I say that on
Isolate
microphone?
that audio.
No, so I wanna ask you too. So Philly trades down from 6 to 12. Are they set with Justin Fields as their quarterback?
You mean Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
Yes. As of right now, they are. This
Yeah.
next year, Jalen Hurts will be their quarterback.
Because Carson Wentz fucked off and went over to Indy.
Yep.
And Nick Foles was with the Bears last year.
He's with Philly now, I think, isn't he?
No, he's with the Bears.
No, I think they traded him, didn't they?
Oh my God, you're gonna make me look it up.
Didn't they send him over?
Back to
Philly.
Was he a Rule 5 draft pick? Not placed on the 40-man roster? Or a 25-man roster? Brian would get that because that's a baseball reference.
Yep.
Nick Foles, football quarterback. Where does Nick Foles fit with the Bears going forward? USA Today.
So he's still with the Bears. I thought he
ago.
was traded.
Nick Foles, Wikipedia, because Wikipedia never lies, is an American football quarterback for the Chicago Bears of the National Football League.
Okay, I thought he was traded.
No, it's between him and the Red Rocket of Andy Dalton.
Man, I'm so glad. I would not be taking any fantasy players from that team.
I asked my boss's boss at work, who's from the Dallas area, about...
Oh, no, I just remember. It was Joe Flacco who went to the Eagles.
Oh, gross.
Oh, my God.
I'll get more Super Bowl winning backup quarterbacks. So,
Ravens legend.
So I asked this guy, one, about the Dak Prescott extension that he signed, and he's like, really? You have so many other holes in all the team, and you're spending all your money on Dak Prescott, who's not that great of a quarterback, was his mindset.
Holy shit, is he
And-
blind?
well, he's a good quarterback, but you're paying great for good.
Yeah, you're paying great for constantly injured.
When you have an offensive line like that.
Well, and you know they don't even that offensive line has taken a step back here from what it was.
He was
even,
talking
with Frederick retiring,
but it's still like
Tyron
10
Smith's
times
getting
better than
old.
half the league.
He was showing me all these fucking like Reddit feeds and everything. Like everybody's talking in Dallas, like we want defense.
Did you not see
But-
the difference between Dak Prescott and Andy Dalton?
The Red Rocket. The Red Rocket got it knocked down on his ass, and nobody on the
He
Cowboys.
was 5 for 5, something to think about.
Nobody on the Cowboys came over to help the quarterback off the ground after he got knocked on his ass. So what does that say about leadership and having
Well,
a
again, the
locker
team,
room?
the team loves Dak. I get that.
So nobody wants the Red Rocket. Now he's in Chicago fighting for a starting spot with Nick Foles. So, you know what?
Or whoever they may draft.
Brian, you being a Packers fan, Eric, you being a Vikings fan, let the Bears have their internal struggles.
I love it.
Just
let
saying,
them-
you don't think I'm getting
I'm
a
not.
kick out of this?
I
Yeah,
hear laughing my ass off every time the Lions
They have-
try to do
they have
something
a-
in the Bears.
the
That's
Bears
so
have a top
angry.
5 defense right now. But
I'm
let
sitting
'em-
here like Emperor Palpatine. Good.
Yeah,
If
just
you guys are stuck on this, I'm still stuck on the Mitchell Trubisky trade where they traded up in the first round to pick him.
You know, the crazy thing here is that they would have been better with Trubisky.
It
Why?
worked
Why?
out for a
because they
year.
were winning.
yeah, it worked out for the first
They
year.
went to
They
the
were winning-
playoffs,
they were
like,
winning on
multiple
their defense.
times.
Holy.
I know, but still, he was technically
the thing that's
winning. Yeah.
The
but
thing
they
that
lost
made
a bunch
them-
of their defensive backs.
the thing that made them a playoff team was their trade
Yeah, I
to
don't
the
get that.
Raiders
Like
to
getting
get
rid of
Khalil
Kyle
Mack.
Fuller. I don't understand getting rid of Kyle Fuller. And
Yeah, like honestly, signing Andy Dalton wasn't the thing I made fun of this year with the Bears. It's getting rid of Kyle Fuller. Like losing him was a lot bigger.
when you
Where'd
can
he
find
go
quality,
to?
when you can find quality defensive backs, you got to keep them.
Where did he go to?
Um,
Don't make me Google things.
I got it here. Shut up.
Kyle Fuller. Not Kyler. Kyle Fuller.
Denver Broncos.
Oh, my God.
Well, they needed some help
Yeah,
back
they
there
did.
too.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
but
they
again,
need-
their big issue is quarterback.
Yeah,
I was a
they-
little surprised I didn't see them.
They need
trade up.
help everywhere.
I could see them trading with Atlanta for number 4.
Yeah.
Just a lot to give up to trade up
Yeah.
in the first round.
Well, again, again, you got to think back.
3
Like,
first round picks, a third round pick. That's like
well,
Eric-
I consider it 2 because remember the third one's like a swap.
Eric,
so.
last thing on NFL free agency. What do you think about the Vikings getting, corner, safety, Xavier Woods, 1-year deal?
yeah. Well, I mean,
low risk if you ask
yeah,
me.
low
but-
risk. I didn't really pay attention to Dallas's defense last
Who did?
year.
Who
because
they didn't even pay
yeah,
attention
they
to their
weren't paying
defense.
attention on defense either. So, but wasn't he also with like the Lions a while back?
Ah.
You're asking
I thought
the
he
wrong
was-
people.
I feel like I only remember him as a Cowboy.
Oh, okay.
So
I could be
mean,
thinking of some
it could,
other
I'm
roles.
just saying that's not. It's possible, but I only remember him with the Cowboys. I
Either
think,
way,
you know.
we need help in that
Well,
position. and
let
we'll
me-
take basically anything that can move back there.
Let me ask you, what are your opinions on the